So hello everyone. As we discussed earlier regarding the object-oriented programming, the characteristics, advantages, disadvantages, and also the applications. Now today we discuss about the next version, that is the classes and objects. How exactly the classes and objects are used in the programming. Okay. So before going to that, so you have to know what is the class and how to define the class and how to declare the classes. So today we discuss about the classes and objects. Okay. So as I told you, so the class is a declaration which defines with your different objects. Okay. So a class is a very powerful keyword. Okay, in C++, a class in C++, class is a keyword. Keyword means it is a reserved word. So what is the meaning of keyword? Is reserved word. So as the class, as the name, that is a class, cannot be declared cannot be declared as a variable. Cannot be declared as a variable. That's why we call it as a keyword, or we call it as a reserved word. So class is a keyword in the C++. So next point, when you go to the class declaration, a class declaration defines a new user defined data types. A class declaration defines the what? User defined data types. User defined data types, and further that link, what it will happen? It will link the data and the code. that link the data and code. Okay, it will link the for both data and also the code which we can manipulate. Okay, that manipulate the data. Okay, so here a class declaration defines the user defined data types and which links the data and the code to manipulate the data. And again another point, when you go to the classes, so when it class combines both the data elements, what it combines? Classes combines both data elements. It combines both data elements and the operations associated with the data. So these are the basic points you have to remember. So as a class is a keyword or reserved word, we cannot define it as a class as a variable, and a class declaration which defines the user defined data types and which link the data and code to manipulate the data. And third one, classes combines both the data element and operations with the associated data, which data you are using. So these are the basic points to remember. Okay, so there is another one question, very important. So what is the main difference between procedural and also the object oriented? As C is a procedural language, C++ is an object oriented language. So what is the main difference between you are using the object oriented? What is the difference between procedural programming and object oriented programming? Procedural programming and second one as your object oriented programming. So there are few differences because you are using the object oriented. So what is the main difference between procedural programming and the object oriented programming? When you go to the procedural programming, so here we are using the procedural programming, you are using the first one, that is variables. We are using what? Variables in the procedural. But in the object oriented, we are using the you are using the objects. You are using objects. Okay, that is one difference. In the procedural, we are using variables. In the object oriented, we are using the objects. And second difference between this is, in the procedural, we are using user defined data types. We are using user defined data types, and here we are using the classes. We are using what? Classes. And third one, what is the difference between procedural and object oriented? Third one, here we are using structure members. We are using what? Structure members. In object oriented, what you are using is the instance variables. Instance, we call it as instance variables. Next, fourth one, what is the fourth difference is, here you are using in the procedural functions. You are using in the procedural functions. Here we are using what? The methods. We are using the methods. Then last one, that is the fifth one, the procedural programming uses the function call. We are using the here function call, and here we are using message passing. Message passing. These are the 5 difference between the procedural programming and the object oriented programming. So first difference is, here in the procedural we are using variables, in the object oriented we are using the objects. Second, in the procedural we are using user defined data types, and in the object oriented we are using the classes. Third one, that is structure members we are using. Here we are using the instance variables. Then here we are using the functions. We are using the object oriented methods. Last one, in the procedural we are using function calls. In the object oriented we are using the message passing. This is the main important question. They will ask you differentiate between procedural programming and object oriented programming. They may ask you for 5 marks. Okay, so when you go to the further, so how exactly these classes should be defined and declared. Before that, there is another point, the data elements whatever you are using in the class are called the member data. So you have to remember that point also. Okay. What is the point is, the data elements, the data element, whatever you are using the data elements in a class, the data elements in a class, okay, is called, what are the data elements we are using in that class are called the member data, okay, are called member data. Okay, whatever the data elements you are using, and the functions, what are the functions you are using in the class, and the functions, okay, different types of functions you are using in a class are called the member functions, are called member functions. So you have to remember the point. So data elements in a class are called as the member data, and the functions in a class are called the member functions. Okay, so this is the point you have to remember. So how exactly the class will be what are the different definition of the class, and what is the class, how exactly the difference between the procedural and object oriented programming. Okay, now going to the next one, very important, how exactly this class are declared and defined. Okay, very important. So what is the declaration of class, what is the definition of the class? Okay, so we have different so definition and declaration. Definition and declaration of a class. Definition and declaration of a class. So what is the definition, class definition here, where the class definition is a process of naming a class. A class definition is a process of naming a class. What it tells, first one, a class definition is a process of naming a class and data variables. Whatever the variables you are defining. Okay, and which is given what? Interface operations of the data. Okay, and interface operations, whatever the different operations. Okay, interface operations of the data. This is the definition of class definition. Class definition is a process of naming a class. We should be name the class and data variables, whatever the different data variables you are using, which gives what? Interface the operations of the particular data. Okay, next, second one, that is class declaration. Okay, what is a class declaration? Is it specifies the representation of objects. It specifies what? A class declaration specifies what it specifies? It specifies the representation of the objects. Representation of the objects. Whatever the objects you create, that representation of objects of the class, because you have to define the class. Okay, in that only you have to give the objects. So objects what? Of the class. Particular class what you define, and also the set of operations. Whatever the different operations which can be combined, which can be applied to the such objects, that can be applied to the such objects. This is how you should define your class definition and also the class declaration. So class definition tells the process of naming the class with a data variables and also the interfacing the different operations of the data, and class declaration specifies the representation of objects, okay, of the class. Whatever the, when you define the class, in that whatever the objects you are using, and also the apply the operations on the particular objects. Okay, so this is a simple definition of class definition and also the class declaration. So in the next video, in the next class, we will discuss how exactly the class will be declared. Okay, so you should know the syntax and also the examples. Thank you.